Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Michaela J, and I'm in a great mood. I've had just like the best day. I woke up this morning, I took my brother to the airport, which was kind of sad, but he's coming back in a month, so we'll see him soon. And then I came home, me and my brother got coffee on the way, and then I came back. I uploaded the video from yesterday, finally. So that means there's gonna be 2 videos today because there's that one and the one that I'm gonna be posting tonight. And then I went off to the gym, which was so amazing. Like, I haven't been to the gym in months because when I came back from Bali, Corona was everywhere, so everything was closed. And I've been doing at-home workouts, but there's just nothing that beats a good stair stepper, let me tell you. So I was super excited to go back to the gym. I got my sweat on, I came home, I made a good lunch, and voiced any one of my friends. I took a nap. I taught a Q&A in Conscious Creator. I had pool time, I got ready, and here we are. So I'm very happy. It's been a good, like, chill, flow-based day. Sometimes I say words and I sound so Canadian because I have a lot of Canadian friends, but I'm here with my coffee. I have this coffee that I get at Erewhon, and I'm sure, and it's definitely sold at Whole Foods here too. I don't remember what it's called, but it's pink and it's really cute, and it's like a vanilla oat milk latte, so I just put it in my wine glass for this. It honestly tastes like vanilla batter, like vanilla cake batter or something. I don't know, but it's really good. So today, I'm super excited for today's video because we are doing something a little bit more formal. Not really, but you guys know my daily uploads are always vlogs of me here, there, and everywhere. And today we're gonna do kind of a sit down workshop type video. So I've been getting asked a lot, now that you have the house, now that you're in LA, your best friend's wedding is over with, now that all the things have happened and I'm like settling down in my home and establishing my LA life, I keep getting the question, what's next? What's next for you? What's next for business? What's next for life? What's next? What's next? And honestly, I haven't planned what's next. I have a big long-term vision. Wow. Long-term vision for my life, my work, travels, all the things. But I like to chunk that down so I know what I'm working towards at the moment. And when I do this, this is how I plan my manifestations, like my next level manifestations that I kind of quantum leap into, like this house, like my Tesla, like moving to Bali, like all of the things. And I haven't done it yet. I moved into the house almost 2 weeks ago. I've almost been in the house for 2 weeks, which is crazy. And afterwards, I felt like, oh my gosh, I need to plan what's next. I need to plan the next thing. I need to plan the next manifestation. Now that this is done, I need my energy elsewhere. And I realized I don't have to do that. I can celebrate what I've created in this moment and really relish what I've done. I can just soak up the house vibes. I don't need to be pushing towards something else just yet. I can just soak up what I've done and be present in the moment. So that was a really beautiful thing for me because especially as a Capricorn, we're very work hard, play hard. And so once you crush one goal, you're on to the next. There's always something next. And this is the first time I just allowed myself to just be and be present and be grateful and soak it all in. And I think it's made it such a memorable experience because I'm so present in every moment, whether I'm sitting in the hot tub at night with my brother talking about life, or I'm taking an afternoon float in my pool, or I'm in Home Goods buying home decor and kitchen stuff. Like, I just soak up every single moment. It's been amazing. Now, with that being said, I am feeling super settled now, and so I'm ready to kind of take things to the next level and figure out what is next for myself, kind of bring that passion back into all of the things. I've gotten a good recharge period, but it's time to go. And I thought it would be super fun to bring you guys along for the ride, to bring you along on my planning process for these next level manifestations, because I teach you guys all about manifestation in my podcast and all of the things, but I want to walk you through the process of planning. Not even just the process of manifestation. I have a video, I will link it below, of like my 4 steps for manifestation. I actually filmed it in Bali last year, which is super cute and crazy. I look so different, but anyways, it's just my planning process and I wanted to bring you guys along. So let's grab our journals and get started. So the first step that we are going to do is plan your long-term vision. Now this is something that I've already done, and I have my computer with me on that, with it on my computer. And the importance of having your long-term vision is knowing that this is what I'm building. This is what I'm working towards. This is not a bucket list. This is not a dreams list. This is not a hashtag goals Pinterest board. This is the vision. This is the life that I am building in every moment. And something that really moves me forward and gets me excited is when I feel like, oh my God, I want to buy a private jet and a yacht and like all these homes, and like I'm gonna need millions and millions and millions of dollars, and that feels so big right now. I just remind myself I'm building that life. I don't need that life right now. I'm not calling in a fucking yacht this year, which I could if I wanted to, but if that feels too big for you, or if that feels too big for me, I'm not gonna do it right now because it's gonna take a lot of force in the manifestation. And so anyways, you build this, you're building a vision. And so I'll read you guys some little details of mine. I have millions in my bank account, millions in savings, millions in investments too. I'm gonna be building money. I'm running 3 companies, which is I have 2 of the 3 right now. I have Stardust Designs, which is my clothing line, which is always linked below. And then I have my online course business, which is always linked below as well. And then a third one that I cannot say. I speak at events all over the world. I get paid multiple 6 figures to do so. Some different influencer events. I'm invited to movie premieres. I have my own TV show. I get to go to the Met Gala. I have assistants, stylists, trainers, chef, all the things. I own several huge homes, private jet, yacht. Every day is so different with fun and exciting things. I get to support my mom so she doesn't have to work. I get to host glamorous events for my clients and students and host luxury retreats with my team. So that's just kind of a mini vision. I have a lot more listed there, but what I want you to write down is anything you feel inspired to when it comes to your biggest vision of life. Like when you're like, holy fuck, this is it. Like you feel like you're standing on top of the mountain, you're like, I made it. I fucking made it. That's what I want you to feel like when you're doing this journaling. For me, the like I made it moment is when I am like successfully running these 3 businesses and they are generating millions of dollars, when I can have all of these employees so I can also pour income into other people's lives, when I'm building on my money. And the material stuff is like not super important, but it's like fun to think about, you know, private jet flights and having like Dom on the jet with your friends. It's like a little party, you're going to Monaco, it's like a good time. That stuff just gets you excited. So we're gonna plan out that long-term vision first. Next up, we're bringing our journals into the mix. So all I've written on my journal is next level vibes and then today's date, of course. So what we're gonna do in our journal is after we've looked at this long-term vision, and if you already have one, you don't need to write it, I encourage you to get it back out and read it again. Look it over, because there might be things that have changed, there might be things you wanna add, subtract, you might just wanna get excited about it. You're gonna wanna re-look at it. Because then when we go into our next level vibes inside of our journal, we want to piece out what are we going to do now to start building that lifestyle. So if you want millions in investments, can you invest $25 now? There's tons of apps like Robinhood and Stash and whatever where you can start to invest at a really small scale. If you want millions in savings, can you open a savings account and have auto draft 25 bucks every single week or just once a month? What are the things that we can start doing now that is going to expand us into the next level? So we're gonna start with like the little details here, and then we're gonna go a little bit bigger, because what we're talking about is like really planning out the next level shit. And I wanna make sure we're moving the ball forward in terms of our next level vision, and then we'll plan the next level like holy shit type manifestations. So like I said, go back through that long-term vision and piece out what can you start doing now to create that reality. So out of all the things I told you about for my big vision, I want to share what I put down for my next level vibe. So I just have a couple of bullet points here. And these are the things that I'm chunking down that I know I can do right now to move me forward towards those goals. And so it's interesting because I'll share them in a minute, but it's fun to think about it as these are all mini manifestations. I think of manifestation as like this rubber band. Everything that you do is stretching the rubber band and stretching it, and eventually the rubber band has to snap. the thing has to come into your reality. You're just constantly building momentum. So all of these little steps are building your manifestation. Literally, they're stretching the band that much further. Your rituals do that. Your excitement does that. Your Pinterest vision boards do that, all the things. So that's why I like to do these little mini kind of to-dos for now or for the month, because it builds that momentum and I feel like I'm moving forward. So what I put for my next level vibes is I want to bump up my weekly savings. I have 3 savings accounts that I automatically have money transferred into them every single Monday. So the amounts are different for each one. Some of them are 25, some are 50, whatever, and it just goes every Monday. I don't touch it and they just build on their own. So I want to bump that up maybe to like 100 every single Monday in all of them, so you can start to build savings faster. I want to start investing on Robinhood monthly. So Robinhood is an investment app, and when you sign up, I think you get a free stock, which is cool. I signed up forever ago because one of my friends like sent me an affiliate link or something. I can leave my affiliate link down below for you guys. This is not sponsored, by the way, just something I want to start doing. So I want to start investing in that monthly. So while my savings are growing, my investments are also growing with interest. Then I have order the next merch drop for photos. So I have a clothing brand, Stardust Designs, and we already have all the designs prepared for our next launch. We did our first launch in May, and we were going to do one in June, and then the month like flew by. So we need to order the next drop of merch to take photos so we can launch that. Another one I have is upload 1 TikTok per day, because I have a bunch of different influencer goals for myself and kind of how I want to expand my influence and my leadership across all boards. So I want to start uploading 1 TikTok per day. You guys can find me on TikTok. I think the Michaela J, but I'll have it linked below as well. And then I need to plan my next photo shoot for my course business. And the last thing I have is launch season 2 of the podcast, which I'm super, super excited about. If you guys didn't know, I have an amazing podcast on iTunes, Spotify, all the podcast places. It's called Mindset, Magic, and Manifestation. And it's amazing. We've taken a break because we are prepping for a juicy season 2. So we're gonna launch that baby and be good to go. So that's kind of my next level of things, chunking it down, because we're building towards the really, really big manifestations, but in little ways. And so you don't feel like you're forcing anything out of yourself. Now the next thing we're gonna do inside of our journals is what I like to call next up. So it says next up, ... with all these exclamation points. So next up is where we start to plan out what is the next big thing that you want to manifest. What's something that would feel so next level for you, where you're like, holy shit, like that would be so epic, like let's fucking do it. Like let's just see what happens. And that's kind of what I did with my LA house. When I originally planned to move to LA, I was gonna get a 3-bedroom apartment. And then my boyfriend was coming with me and we have animals. And I'm like, well, 4 bedrooms would be better. So we have guests, we can each have offices. And then I started looking at houses and I wanted 5 bedrooms. And I ended up with a 7-bedroom house. So dream big, kids. But the things that would feel like, holy shit, let's do this. Like, let's at least, you know, see what happens. I wanna use the word try, but you guys know I don't like the word try. So it's like, let's just go for it and see what happens. That's what the next up is. What are the things that you really want to call in right now? Is it a new car? Is it a new apartment? A new TV? A new house? One thing I am really, really keen to have right now is a Lambo truck. Okay, we're back. My camera died when I was talking about my Lambo truck. Okay, so one thing I'm super keen to have is a Lambo truck. So that's a Lamborghini truck. I've seen a couple in LA. They're super dreamy. A Lamborghini is one of my dream cars, and I really want an SUV. And most of you know one of my dream cars for the longest has been a Range Rover, so that's obviously on the list as well. But I always follow what excites me in the moment, and I could go out and get a Range Rover right now, but that just doesn't really sound exciting. What sounds exciting is building up my wealth and getting a Lambo truck, which is it's basically double the price of a Range Rover, but that's why it's like a next level, next up manifestation that I'm planning out. So while my camera was charging, I actually wrote out my next up goals. So like I was saying earlier, these are the holy shit things that you want now that would be super fun to have. These aren't desperate things. These aren't, I need $500 to pay rent. These aren't, I need to have X, Y, and Z thing for X, Y, and Z. These are fun things. And the reason why we make them fun manifestations and not necessities is because when you manifest out of desire, it comes so much faster. And I think once I moved to LA and I was like, I need a house, it made the process so much harder because I was coming from this place of this is a necessity. I felt desperate. Whereas for example, like my Tesla, I didn't need another car. I just wanted one. So I got one and it was super easy. So make these next up manifestations of yours just pure desires. And I'm going to share mine with you guys. So I put down a Lambo truck. That's going to take, well, actually we'll go into that after this. So Lambo truck. A big brand partnership. I would love to partner with like a really cool brand that I love and do something super amazing on YouTube or on my podcast or Instagram. Money stacking is one that I wrote down. So that's like putting lots of money into savings and investments like I told you guys about earlier. I like the idea of building wealth because that goes into our next level vibes section that we wrote about. It's like we're building this lifestyle. You can choose to snap things in overnight. Quantum manifestation is such a thing, but I like the idea of building the momentum and stacking things up to getting to that point. And everybody says this, it's about the journey, not the destination. And that's very, very true for me. I love the journey. I love working towards the things that I want. I love building the things that I want. And so I want to start stacking my money now. And then I put a wardrobe revamp. I feel like my whole life is up-leveling and changing right now. I'm super ready to up-level and change my wardrobe, so that will be coming up. Taking all of my brands to the next level. So we're gonna be doing a lot more YouTube content. This is day 22 of our vlog series, but after we hit 30 days, honestly, I'm still gonna upload daily just because I love vlogs. I love getting on the camera, and I want to just continually improve the quality of my videos and the editing, all of that. So we're gonna be getting a microphone soon, so the audio will be super amazing. Would love to get a video editor soon and do all of the things. So we're gonna be up-leveling that. I'm gonna be doing a photo shoot soon for my course business, my manifestation business, and just all of the things. Same thing as my clothing design business, Stardust Designs. We're gonna do a new photo shoot, we're gonna have models, good lighting, all the things. So just up-leveling all of those into like, what are the dream brands that I look at and I'm like, wow, this is so well done, and how can I replicate that for myself? The next thing I have is a number goal for how many podcast downloads I want to have overall. We have over 260,000 downloads of my podcast, which is crazy. And I put down that I want 500,000 downloads overall. So that'll be super epic with the launch of season 2. And then I said 1,000 YouTube subscribers because we're just over 500 and that makes me so freaking happy. Like, oh my gosh. And I love you guys' comments. Like, going back and checking the comments a day after I post a video was one of my favorite things to do because we can just have conversations and some of you ask good questions, and I love that you guys love the vlogs so much. And I don't know, I just love our little family here on YouTube. All the YouTubers have like little names. Like I watch Sam O Zirkle and hers is like the Sam Fam or the Samily or something like that. I'm like, I want a cute like family YouTube name. So I don't know what it's gonna be, but we'll think on it. So anyways, you're gonna write out your next up list. What are the big holy shit things you would love to have right now, just out of pure desire? Remember that and write them all down. Okay, and the very last thing we're gonna do for planning our next level, next up manifestations is write down some action steps. So manifestation is all about balancing the masculine and the feminine. The masculine being the doing energy, the to-do list, the action steps, and the feminine being flowing and being into the emotions of it and getting excited about it and more of like the flow, fun state of it. So you need to have both. Sorry, I can see the sheet. You need to have both when it comes to creating the life of your desires. And so what I'm gonna do, actually then there's 2 steps that reminded me of one more. So one thing we're gonna do is plan out our action steps. And the best thing you can do to make sure these are intuitively guided steps and not just like forced, this is what you feel like you should do type things, is ask yourself, what would be fun in creating these desires. If you want a brand new car, what would be really exciting for you to be, oh my God, what would be a really exciting first step for you? Would it be to go look at cars on a car lot? Would it be to test drive the car you know you want? Would it be to work on stacking your money in your savings account? What would be exciting for you to do? So with me, I just put down one action step for each of these, and honestly, I will break these down even more. And I will give you guys a good spiritual tip for this after I read you this list, but I have one step for each now. I'll break them down even more later. But for the Lambo truck, I wanna have a 30% deposit saved in my savings account. I actually have a savings account labeled Lamborghini fund, and every time I go to the bank, if I'm like with a guy banker, they're like, haha, I like your savings, and I'm like, thanks. So I want to have a 30% deposit at least, because it's like not a cheap car, and I will probably be paying monthly on it, but I would love to do a good big chunk up front, and just having that prepared in savings would be great. So I want to have at least 30% for that one. As for the big brand partnership, I want to start searching brands that I would love to work with. And if you guys are an influencer or you're a business owner and you're looking for sponsors for anything, what I like to do is look at the small brands, the medium-sized brands, and then really big ones, and kind of make your dream like menu of brands that you want to work with. So that's what I'm going to do, get specific on that again, because I haven't done that in a while. Then for my money stacking, I'm gonna set up my savings and investment automation. So that's what I was telling you guys about earlier, where I have a certain amount of money that just automatically goes into these accounts every single week. So I just have to set that up, bulking it up a little bit more. For the wardrobe revamp, I'm just gonna do online shopping, of course. Easy one. For taking my brands to the next level, I'm just gonna get brand inspo. So like I was saying, looking at all of the brands that I really like and resonate with, seeing what are they doing really well and how can I implement that into my own brand. So that's just a little bit of strategy research. For the podcast, it's just launching season 2, because that grows pretty quickly. And then as for 1,000 YouTube subbies, just need to do research on YouTube strategy, because I'm already gonna be uploading every single day. And on YouTube, the biggest thing is consistency. So consistency and like good content, like don't be fucking boring. But so just some strategy, whatever. And if you guys wanna help a girl out, share this on your Instagram story, tell your friends to subscribe. But that's what I've done for that. And now the very, very, very last thing that we are going to do is figure out, what is this vibe? What is the vibe that you are creating with your next level manifestations and your next up manifestations, okay? So your next level manifestations are the ones that are building to that long-term vision, and the next up ones are the fun desire ones. What's the vibe? What is the vibe there? And so when I go through mine again, I'm thinking like, okay, we have a lot of money. We're doing a lot of like next level visuals with photo shoots and rebrands. We are investing. We are saving for cars. It's like a very responsible vibes, but responsible sounds super boring. So what would be a fun word for it? Would be boss. So one of our vibes, I'm just gonna start this down, is boss. And I like to pick 3 words for kind of what I'm tapping into. So it feels very boss. It feels very expansive. When I think about driving around in like my Lambo truck with all my like new wardrobe clothes, that feels like super expansive. And then our third vibe, it feels easy. It feels like if I follow this plan and I do all these action steps that I wrote down, that it's all just gonna fall into place really easily. And that's why I plan out my manifestations in the way that I do, because I want this to feel easy for you guys. I want you to be able to sit down, write all this out, and feel like, holy fuck, I could actually do this. So I'm gonna put ease. So then my 3 vibes are boss, expansive, and ease. What we're gonna do with those is just tap into that every morning. I like to write these on my mirror as an I am statement. So I'd be like, I am a boss, I am expansive, like not I am easy, that one doesn't really work, but you could say I allow ease and flow. I like to make them into affirmations, and you just want to tap into that energy every single day, because with manifestation, like I said, it's the masculine and the feminine. You're going to do all these action steps we planned out, and then you're going to feel into the vibes of it's already done, which is the boss, expensive, and ease. And it's just a recipe for success, you guys. I do this with everything. It obviously works. I'm super, super excited to hear how this goes for you guys. Try it out. Let me know in the comments what are some of your next level manifestations if you liked this process. I know it's kind of long, but I'm a very detail-oriented person. So with that being said, I'm gonna send you off to do your manifestation homework. I love you all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, and if you love me dearly and want to help me out with my 1,000 YouTube subby goal, share this on your Instagram story. Okay, love you, bye.